Hey guys, welcome back to
Let's have a talk.
with Cheryl.
And Stardella.
Hey now.
Hey. Hi, Starbrights.
Star Brights.
I don't know.
Is that your crew? I got the Cherylettes.
Hey.
No, that's ugly. That sounds like some old shit.
Starbright was a cartoon that I used to watch.
I'm not that old. No shade. I never heard of that.
People that seen the cartoon Starbright. I even had the doll.
Starlight. Hey. No, I'm kidding. Let me stop acting ghetto. Okay. Anyway, so today's podcast, vlog, whatever you want to call it, is about relationships.
Yes.
And yeah.
We're going to talk about how we feel about relationships and the do's and don'ts, and how we think, which is our opinion, whether you want to take it or not, how we feel about the relationships and what we can do, what you can do or us keeps a relationship. Not really keep. Okay, what are the good things and the positive things and negative things about relationships? What do you think?
I just want to know y'all business. So pretty much like comment situations in the comment section. That's all I want to know.
Yes.
I mean, I'll tell my business too. Or do you want to start?
You can start. You sound like you're proud. I'm gonna start my business. Go ahead. My business.
I mean, I ain't really got no business. I ain't got no man. So short and sweet, honey.
I do, but it's long distance, and we're making it work.
Been there, done that, didn't like it.
I didn't like it either, but at first I told myself I was never gonna do another long distance, and
Yeah.
look at it. But it's going good.
That's hard though, not being able to see.
Yes.
She took that. Yes.
It is hard because this one is long distance now.
I mean, he's still technically in California.
He's in California, but we're in different cities. I put it like this for people that
Yeah.
don't know. The distance where we are at is a driving distance, maybe between 6 to 8 hour driving distance. But when you are in a relationship and you make that commitment and that love commitment, you do what you can do. Because again, you know.
That love commitment. Oh, girl, you better quit. Aw, I miss love. I just love myself.
And that's the best. You have to love yourself before you love somebody
And
else.
that's the beautiful thing.
Love yourself before you love somebody.
Oh my God, please don't rap.
I was not gonna rap. I was trying to do a chorus.
A chorus? You mean a chorus, fool?
That too. I couldn't even get the words out.
So she got a boom.
Yes, I do.
And I have not met him, of course, because I'm not driving 6 to 8 hours to meet a nigga. But as long as she's happy, that's...
And I am.
Oh, stand correct. And I am.
I am happy.
I am.
It makes me feel good.
Okay. I said okay.
Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna continue on.
I need a boyfriend. I don't need a boyfriend. I would like a boyfriend,
Yes.
you know?
See, that's the difference some people don't get.
Yes.
Need and want. Like, I need a man. No, you don't.
You
Why?
don't. They
Why
add
do you
drama.
this is the thing. When people say that, I want to ask that question. Why do you need a boyfriend?
Exactly.
Is it for comfort? Is it for security? For money? For sex? I mean, there's so many different reasons.
That's true.
Me, I don't need it, but I want it, and I have it. I didn't ask for it, but we had a conversation. We can communicate with each other, and we both agree, hey, let's make this further than a friendship. Let's work this out. Let's see how things go. And things are going well.
That's great.
I mean, again, you have your ups and downs like any other relationship.
Right.
Nothing is perfect. But it's, like I said, it's going on great for us.
Maybe I should try this long distance thing again.
I feel do what you want to do, what you feel.
It don't work for me though. Every instance that I've tried a long distance relationship, I was lied to, and I found out because God is so good.
God is good.
I found out right in the nick of time. Literally, the guy that I was talking to that was in the military. Y'all, this is some steamy tea. Get you some wine.
Get you some tea. Get you some water. Get you some whatever.
Put you some look. Don't listen. Put you some bourbon up in that tea,
you
okay?
Hear what I'm gonna say. I say get you some tea. Get you some water. Anything that's gonna be like, and be like, pinkies up.
This fool was married. Okay, And I ain't a home wrecker type of chick. You know, I like my own. I don't want to share. I don't even like people eating off of my plate, but I will. I will.
Depending. And who.
Yeah, depending on who you are, but I will.
And what you're sharing.
I will. But I don't share men. First of all, that's nasty, sis.
That's one thing you don't do. You don't share your man. You don't share your clothes. You don't share your personal hygiene. Now you don't even share your shoes. Shoot, I know some people that shared a toothbrush.
No, that's dirty.
That's nasty.
But I come to your house, I put on your t-shirts. What you talking about?
No, I said some clothes. Personal clothes. I mean bras.
Oh,
underwear.
no.
That's what that's what. Okay, let me be specific. When I mean clothes are personal
undergarments.
Yes, that's the
dirty.
word. I can't get that word out.
Disgust.
That's nasty. It's one thing if I bought it, I haven't worn it yet, and you need to wear it.
Then you can have it.
Exactly. That's giving it
Period.
to them.
Period.
But
that's
like,
nasty.
if I got it, no.
Especially for women, you got menstrual cycles.
Beyond that, it's
just
the
nasty.
odor, everything, the bacteria.
That's nasty.
It is nasty.
And I'm not close to my siblings, but I can imagine like sisters possibly doing that.
No.
Hey, I've heard some stories.
Me and my sister, we used to live together. Well, of course, we couldn't share nothing because you see, I'm thick and she's skinny. So,
yeah.
It was that. But, I mean, there was some stuff she borrowed from mine, and there's some shoes I borrowed from her. But undergarments,
no.
Especially this part.
She ain't gonna, girl, that's a beanie.
Mine are earmuffs to her.
Them some mighty big earmuffs. Those are tire covers.
I would stand up, but no, I'm gonna be nice.
Just do a little peekaboo.
See, with her, I can't. We cannot share. There's not. I feel like this on my side of the family. My mama's side, I kind of got the biggest. My daddy's side, I kind of got the smallest, depending the age.
I did see your cousin.
Yeah, and the thing is, they're not big. They just
no, they big.
No, I mean they're not a big person,
no,
but they got big boobs. But they're not really a big person. But other than that,
I'm pressing y'all's back because I can't do it.
That's why they call me Buff Back Mountain.
Anyway, so
Buff Back.
She got a man. I don't.
Okay.
How long have you been talking to Boo?
I've known him on and off for 3 years.
Okay.
And we started communicating, I want to say, mid or late July, and we made it official the beginning of August, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Do you want to tell the viewers how you met Boo? Because
it was funny how we met. It was funny. I met him at a club, and at first I didn't remember him when he called me. He called me out the blue. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Hey, it's me." I'm like, "Me who? I don't know me."
Exactly.
I have that smart mouth. That's me. So he like, "It's me." I was like, "Well, I know you from." "Oh, I know you at this place." I met a lot of people there. So what makes you any difference?
Right.
And so he explained that, and I started to remember, like, okay, that do sound familiar. He like, "Well, I liked about you, you had that smart mouth." I was like, "Oh, I think I do remember you. How you doing?" And yes, he is gorgeous.
Yes, he is.
Scrumptious.
Excuse me.
No, let me stop. Because he probably gonna get mad like, really?
He's very handsome. Yeah. I will say that.
So we started talking, and then we lost contact.
Call him Big T. That's what we gonna call him. Big T.
Because he's grown. He's a grown man. That's why we call him Big T.
Mm-hmm.
So then we lost contact. Mm-hmm. Then we contacted again.
He reached out.
Yes, he reached out.
He remembered that good old thing.
Yes.
He was like, "Oh, she cute. She's short. Okay."
Because he is tall.
Girl, everybody talking to you. She like 5'2", y'all.
I'm 5'3", girl. Get that right.
Oh, my God. I'm 5'3", y'all. Excuse me, sis. Short.
That's okay, because he loves it. Anyway.
I guess he do, girl.
So, I mean, it's been on and off, and then now, this year.
It's been on.
Yeah, we have been talking, communicating, and we was like, hey, let's just give it a shot.
That's beautiful. I love love.
I love love, too.
Oh, my goodness.
Love is beautiful.
So, have y'all said the big three?
we're still discussing about it because we're both trying to do some stuff, get things together before things happen. Because I don't want to say, oh, let's have it set this day, and then yet we can't do it. So let's schedule it out. Let's make sure our plans are clear so that we can spend time together.
Yeah.
That's the best way we could do it.
Yeah. Her boo got a big fancy job. Oh, and yeah, he just seemed like a nice person. I like the way that she smiles so beautifully. Look at her little.
Oh my
She's just so cute. Oh my goodness, she's making me turn the tomato red. All right.
Oh my
Enough of that mushy shit. Like, let's move to the G shit. Like, I like gangbangers. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
When I was younger, I did like the bad boys. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, when you're young, you don't know any better.
You don't.
You don't.
You really don't. You just, whatever flies your way.
When you're young, you be like, oh, you fine. And you start to believe those so-called superstition or those, all those things. Big feet, small.
That don't mean
It don't
shit.
mean nothing. As a kid, we used to think it was true. And I'm pretty sure boys in high school and junior high had the same thing about women. I don't know what they were because I'm not no boy. But, I mean,
That's true.
let's see. How would I say this? When do you feel is a good time to say you want to start a relationship with somebody that you're talking to? Or is there a set time?
I don't think it's really a set time. It's all about the vibe.
Yes.
So it's like, if we really connecting, we're spending more time together than we are apart. The communication is solid. We have a lot of things that are similar, but also different, which adds a little spice into it. For me, I'm looking for somebody to pull me out of my comfort zone. I'm a very regular, everyday 1, 2, 3 type of person. Like, I have pretty much a regimen and a schedule that isn't set, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
I tend to do the same thing a lot without planning to do it. And I want somebody to add a little diversity in there. Somebody to bring a fire and a spark and make me think of things that I haven't necessarily thought of or really thought too much into. So, like, I want somebody to bring all of my characteristics out in a great way.
Yes, I agree with you. But when you were saying there's no time limit, there's none. But don't rush into it. Just let it flow. Let it happen.
Yeah, of course.
Because
don't rush, but also don't waste time.
That. Oh yes, you want to go the right. There's no right setting place to how to do it. But you just don't. You want to be realistic about everything.
If you want to put a timetable on it, I think a time to get to know somebody is 6 to 8 months.
That's when you definitely know somebody.
You never know somebody completely, but that's where you have a gist of who they are.
Almost the honeymoon stage.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're meeting each other's friends, you're going out in groups, like, things like that are supposed to happen between 6 and 8 months. And in the first 4 months, it's like you just really getting to know them.
Yes.
And then that's when everything opens, like, hey, you want to come out with me and my cousin? Hey, you want to come out with my homegirl? Like, you blah, 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 when things open up from both sides.
Yes.
If in a year there's nothing established or there's no talk of a conversation, then sis, you wasted your time. And some people know sooner than that. I'm just saying for me, 6 to 8 months is a developing stage, which I think is healthy.
No, that is true.
But by 12 months, if there's been no change,
there's nothing going to happen.
Yeah, that's just how that.
You wasting time for somebody, that potential person that you want to have a relationship or spend the rest of your life with.
Right.
You wasting that time because that person could have been right there, but you so stuck on this person, how you're trying to grow the relationship, but they still here or they're going lower.
Right.
And sometimes they don't make the relationship or whatever you want to consider it as, they don't make nothing better. Sometimes they make it the same or they make it worse.
Yeah.
That's why even sometimes with friends with benefits, I don't know.
Been there, done that.
Been there, I'm tired of it. Been and done it, and I'm not doing it because I don't have to. But
she said what she said.
No, because there's some people, and I'm not gonna lie. I was talking to somebody, and I'm not gonna lie, it was friends with benefits for 10 years, and it got to a point. One thing I noticed, feelings starts to get. It was before 10 years. I known him. Okay, let me make it clear.
She's known him for 10 years.
I've known him for 10 years now, a little bit over 10 years now. But at that time, and this is way before I'm with my dude. This is like years.
Right.
So after a while, we've been hanging out like, hey, let's try and make it work. I mean, we've been talking. He's like, well, I don't want no relationship. Then what are we doing? I'm having these feelings for you. I'm telling you how I feel.
Wasting time.
Yes, and then I keeping my distance from you. Oh, I want to see you. I'm like, no, because you know how I feel. So basically,
Right.
you're playing with my emotions. I don't have time. That's one thing you don't do. Men or women, don't play with somebody's emotions, especially when they tell you how they feel about you. They want a relationship. They want this from you, but you're not going to give it to them. Don't play with their mind.
Yeah.
Because you got some people who are crazy and going to do something crazy. I'm not one of them.
No.
There's some that will do something real crazy and they see you with somebody else. They're going to, who knows, they may harm you or they harm the person that you was with.
Or harm themselves. You got people that's really out here
Going crazy, acting crazy. And
doing
it's
the
this pandemic.
most, ODing it. So like the whole thing of it is, if you like somebody and you don't feel, you feel that they're progressing in a way that you're not, let them go.
Yes.
And you don't have to let them go completely. You can have a monogamous relationship with somebody, or you can have not monogamous, that's the wrong word, but you can have a relationship where there is no sex involved if you just want them in your life. Become their friend, but don't toy with their emotions and waste their time.
Be honest from the beginning, which you want.
Definitely.
Because that's why I was with that person. He like, I'm like, no, you don't. You just want me to open legs, and it's not happening. And then you get mad.
Once you close up shop, that's it. When a woman is done with you,
she's done.
She be done. Like, you got some of these little,
it was, man,
these millennial bitches.
Okay, since we're gonna be open, it's a situation.
Generation
it
X
happened.
bitches.
I want to say late May, early June. Old friend of mine. We went out for dinner. Okay, fine. You know, we went out, have fun. Said, oh, let's hang out. I like, no, because when we do that, you want something to happen.
Right.
I'm not feeling that. And then he's like, well, let's hang out at your place, have a drink. I like, that's all we're going to have. You going to have a drink, and that's nothing. Everything is closed. Like, there's nothing going to happen. We can hang out as friends like we did at the restaurant. Because the restaurant was closing. So, I'm home. I'm having my bottle of water. He comes in. He had his drink. I fix him a drink because in my house, when it's like your first time, second, sometimes I will do it for you. That's our rule.
Pause. Don't relate to people without putting name. This is the same guy that she's known for 10 years plus.
Yes.
Okay.
So, to make it sure, we hung out, whatever, and he wanted some, and I'm like, no. And he got mad. He like, well, I'm kind of drunk. I'm like, well, you made yourself drunk. You want some water? That don't work. I don't know what to tell you. He was like, you gonna let me leave like this? I'm like, well, then undo it. What can I do? Think about it. Pray about it. I don't care.
Think of your grandma. It'll go down.
I mean, it made me so mad. And he got mad because he's like, well, let me spend night. No, you're not going to sleep in my place. And now you're getting mad because I'm not opening my legs to you. I already told you from the beginning.
Right.
So, and again, if we're friends and you respect me like you say you do, respect the fact that I said no, it's not going to happen.
And that's it. It's just like, come on, bro. Like,
I haven't heard from him, and I'm not worried about him because
you haven't heard from him?
No. Take that back. He's like, hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm like, I'm good. Blessing you. He's like, I'm good. Hey, you want to hang out? Sorry, I'm with somebody.
Damn.
Oh, damn, man. And he was like, man, you know, I wish, man, this COVID. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Didn't he actually go to Vegas?
Yes, he did.
Burnt out.
He was like, hey, I want to go. I like, go with your friends. I want to go with a film friend. Well, go ask your female friends. He like, I don't have any. I'm like, you a man. You gonna tell me you don't have no female friends?
Lying.
You're like, they co-workers. Well, they ask them.
Ask your co-worker.
You can find somebody in Vegas. I mean, come on. It's like, dude, you. And the thing is, it makes me mad because not only you disrespected me, but you're disrespecting my man, still asking me. And right. The curious, like, hey, why are you still with them? Dude, if I'm not calling you, communicating with you, that means I am with somebody. Even if I was not with my man, I'm still not communicating with you because after what you did.
Right.
You told me, I don't care what you said, I still want to do this with you. I want to have sex. No, that's disrespectful when I tell you no.
No means no, and I don't care how much you try to coerce me. If my mind is made up, that's what it is. Like, respect.
And I'm going to let you know, he didn't do nothing. Nothing happened. But the fact of it is, it's just your words and your action, how you're upset about it. He apologized. I accept his apology. I forgave him because I am that type of person. I will forgive, but I'm not going to forget what you did and said.
Oh, never.
That
Never.
I won't. And it's like if I see you out in public, I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Keep on pushing. I'm not gonna get into conversation like, hey, what's going on? You see anybody? How it work? No, because you're not my level.
Yeah, that's it.
And by doing that, that's opening doors. And that's starting something
that you
that
don't want
need
to. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, all I'm saying is women and men, because I'm not going to be sexist and I'm not going to just set on one gender.
Yes.
Respect the boundaries that the other person sets.
Exactly.
And if you do not want the same thing that they want and you know what they want, do not toy with them. That's how things get messy. Like, really messy. It's somebody out there for everybody, so don't be the person to stand in the way of someone else's happiness.
Yes.
Just be an adult and just know if you want to live your life like that, that's on you. Don't force that stuff on somebody else. If you got a significant other, try to work it out. If you don't want that person and both of you guys are in agreement, move on.
Yes,
but
you
don't
have to move on.
Yeah, but don't get into a relationship while you're trying to fix your current relationship. That's messy.
Yes, or compared to your previous relationship.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing. You don't, yes, don't get me wrong. It's going to be times, some things that your current boyfriend or girlfriend is doing that may be similar to what the past, and it may like a flashback, but you got to remember, that person is not your past. This is your present and probably your future.
Right.
Give that person a chance.
Right.
Because he or she may do something different, do the same thing, but in a way may do a little bit different. And not only that, communicate and let them know, like, hey, what you did, I reacted that way because this is what happened. I'm sorry.
And that's the main thing. Communication got to be on 10.
Because nobody knows what you're thinking.
And that really be women. And I'm going to say, because I do that stuff too.
I've done it too. You assume they know what you're thinking. And let's be realistic. No.
Like, how the hell am I supposed to know what you're thinking? And it's just like, sometimes when we really in our feelings and we don't know how to.
That's when it really hits.
Yeah. Like, we don't know how to express. And it's just like, sometimes some things should be, how do I say it? Like, something should be prevalent. Like, you should really know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, sometimes we feel like y'all playing dumb with us. Like, come on, bro. Like, we've been doing this for a cool minute, and you still acting like you have no idea what's happening. So that's why we get silent. Sometimes that's why we shy away. And y'all just I don't know. You are oblivious of our emotional ups and downs. But it's just like, come on.
I feel with every relationship, when you upset with that person, it gets to the point that it's going to go crazy. Have a timeout. Separate for a good minute. And then have that conversation when both of you guys are calm. Don't have a conversation when you upset. Because sometimes when you are upset, you'll say things that you may regret.
Definitely.
And once you say it, you cannot take it back.
No.
Because that's going to always be in the person in the back of the head.
Mm-hmm.
And you keep on calm. You stay calm. And there's times you may get mad. You be like, babe, just give me a minute. And then try to talk to them. And definitely, if you live with that person, even if you live with a person, don't go to sleep angry with that person.
No.
Because you never know what's going to happen the next day. And then you have that anger, but still, you're not going to sleep right.
That's a fact. That's a no-no. And I've done that many times.
I've done that too. And I'm working on it. I've gotten better. We haven't had no arguments. But
thank God.
Thank God. Oh, girl, yes.
Because that's stressful. Like, that really taints your whole mood. Just like damn. Maybe and then the cold part about it, this is what I really hate. When you get into an argument or you get into a situation with another person, like, there is really, like, so much things that are jumbled into your head you can't articulate properly. But once the argument and the situation is settled, it's like you got so many pinpoints that you could have brought up within that argument that would have sided with the way you felt, would have sided with the way they felt. And it's just like, damn, like, why wasn't I thinking like that? But that's because a lot of times we react on action instead of sitting back and thinking about it before we react. And it's just like, some things need to be digested. You can get a lot from listening to something over and over again.
Yes.
Play it back in your head like, okay, I see where you're coming from, but also X, Y, and Z.
And if you're going to get advice for somebody who
has a successful relationship, not no single.
No, not necessarily. I'm talking about for men and women, because sometimes somebody that it's going to be like, look, I'm going to tell you how it is. Where I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And with me, sometimes I go to my play brother for advice for a male point of view because sometimes I could get mad. I'm like, I will come to you and we will both agree on it. Mm-hmm. But when I go to a male point of view who is like
different,
yes, and it depends the kind of person of a different sex.
Yeah.
If that's like your brother, relative, a friend that you know for years, or older person that is gonna be straight honest with you, there's nothing wrong with that because they're gonna tell you that point of view. Like my play brother, there's some stuff I would go through. I ask him like, look, you my play brother, you tell me what's up. Was I overdoing it? And then tell me why. And you're like, hey, look, as a man, we think this is the reason why, blah, 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 blah. And there's nothing wrong with that. You got to think about it. And again, sometimes you can't be wrong in a relationship. Comments. And stop getting mad over petty stuff. People, please stop. The pettiness is overrated. There's some stuff you get mad over the smallest thing.
We in a time and space where that person could be gone tomorrow.
Exactly.
And that's always. But like relatively right now, we are in a time and space where that person that you loved and you had an argument, a disagreement, a mishap with, and you couldn't be here tomorrow, or they won't be here tomorrow. Like, so it's just like, try your best to settle things civilly. You can feel like you're still right and apologize. And it's
when you're wrong, you would hate to admit that you're wrong, but
everybody
is wrong.
Everybody hates to do that, but that's when you know you're an adult.
Growing.
Yeah.
You grown when you admit that you're wrong.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong saying both of y'all fools were wrong.
Yeah, we both wrong. Maybe we need some outside help, some unbiased.
Definitely somebody that don't know you. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the best part. Cause they're like, look, I'm just telling you what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing for what y'all reaction, y'all body language, what y'all telling me and what you're not telling me. Mm-hmm. This is what I see. You gotta take it or not. Don't care. Because I may or may not see you again.
And I don't mean to just put this out to one kind of people, but like black people, please seek some sort of therapy. Yes, it
helps.
It's needed, and me included. I need to go to therapy too. I've been telling people for years. I got a lot of daddy issues. I got a lot of relationship issues. I got a lot of adolescence issues that I've dealt with and I've talked through. But it's just like it's something to go and tell the person that is bothering you, and then going to talk to somebody. That too.
I have the mom issues. Yes and no, because I let it go, but it's still some stuff that
it's
hurt.
Unresolved.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, I have lost a parent and she has lost a parent. She lost her mother and I lost my father. And my situation was very sudden. I didn't have a moment to go and say goodbye. I didn't have a moment to go and reflect on anything. So I hold a lot of anger and I hold a lot of what ifs upon that situation.
And I mean, I do have mom issues, but I think me is more sibling issues because how I was brought up. Because it's a lot of jealousy, but I have some jealousy towards them. And one thing I can say is, since my mom passed, I don't have kids. And yet, my mom met all her grandchildren.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah.
Same
and
here.
When it comes to mine, she only meet them in spirit. And that sucks. I accepted it, but that's still an issue.
That is literally the same thing. Mm-hmm.
But
all my siblings have kids, except for my brother. He doesn't have any kids, and he's the third oldest. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if he's gonna have kids. He's like 40-something years old, and he doesn't have any kids. But there was a point where my brother moved in with my dad when he was sick. My dad had cancer. He had
same thing. My mom had cancer too.
It was called I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but I think it's called multiple myeloma or multiple myeloma, something like that. But it's a cancer of the blood. And so when my dad got sick, in the beginning, I was juggling work and being his in-home care provider. So I was taking him to chemo, taking him to going to the grocery store, cleaning his home, cooking him meals that were healthy and balanced, no salt, no nothing, blah, blah, blah. Did that for almost a year. Mm-hmm. And he decided that he didn't want me to help take care of him anymore. He wanted my brother to do it. And my brother moved in with his girlfriend and his girlfriend's 2 kids. So he did meet an extension. They were young, so my dad accepted them as a grandchild.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, he passed away. It's been 2 years. He passed away March 1st of 2018, and we buried him on my mother's birthday. So yeah, he got to meet my siblings' offsprings, and he will never get to meet mine. And in a little bit of a way, I regret that, but in a lot of bit of a way, it's just like my life. It's together, but I don't think it's ready for kids right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like to hear from my siblings how much he told them that he was proud of me meant more to me than him meeting kids. But it's a regret of mine to not hear that come from his own mouth.
So you heard that your dad said he's proud of you.
Yes, but
He never said it to you.
he never said it to me, never in my life. And I met my dad when well, I met my dad when I was 7, but he didn't meet me, if that makes sense. The way I used to go to school in the morning, literally I had to pass by his block. And I used to watch him walk my sister to school for years. And he didn't know who I was in the car. So I didn't meet my dad till I was 9. And it went through a whole court battle and all of that stuff where he said that I wasn't his child and this, and this. Literally, from here down, I'm him. From here up, I'm my mom. I got a split face from both of my parents.
I don't know who I look like.
I've spent one birthday with him when I was 14, and that's it. I used to go over there sometimes in the summer, and my birthday's in the summer, but I would never go on my birthday after that. So that was the one time I saw my parents together doing something for me in my entire life. That was when I was 14. I'm 31 now. So
it's hard.
It's hard. It's still hard.
It makes you think back, like, sometimes when you lose a parent, like, what could I have done? What could things make better?
Yeah.
And I lost my mom in 2014 from cancer also. She had lymphoma cancer. And she was battling it for years. And growing up, we didn't have the best relationship. We really didn't, because I'm not going to get into why, because that's something personal. I feel the world don't need to know about that. That's between me, my mom, and our family.
Yeah.
But when she was sick, I was there for her when she needed. And we had our arguments. One thing me and my friend would always say that used to irritate us, she loved to argue with us. She got a thrill of it. I don't know why, because we'll argue on the phone. She'll hang up and call back, "Who loves you, baby?" I'm like, really? You gonna argue with me? And then you're like, "Who loves you?" And then they're gonna start singing. And you know how my mama was.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was, I'm kind of like my mom when it comes to the life of the party.
You met my dad one time.
No.
Yes.
I did?
Yes.
Not my neighbor. No, I'm joking.
No,
joking.
that's the weirdest shit. Like, her
My
neighbor
neighbor.
looks just like my dad.
And I didn't even know. And then I saw a picture of her dad. I was like, oh my God, they look like my neighbor.
That was, I remember the day I met your neighbor, and I was like, damn, what the, bald head, gray beard.
Everything. It was his twin. Like, everybody has a twin. And that was a twin.
That was weird.
But when my mom got sick, you know, we had our moments, and I told her how I felt. I was mad for a long time, and I realized I can't get mad at no more. I can't get mad no more.
Right.
Because it's doing nothing. She was mad. She told me the stuff, and we both cried. And after that, we laughed. We got close. I prepared for her not going to make, because I was hearing so many negative things. And with my brother and my sister, okay, let me explain it like this. Because when I talk about my siblings, my mom had 3 kids, which is me, who was the youngest, my older sister, and my older brother. That's the order, from youngest to the oldest. Mm-hmm. And then with my dad, it's me and my older brother. And yet, he has a sister. So, she's like my another half sister. So, I'm in the middle, but I'm still the youngest. And my dad claimed all of them.
Right.
He's like, these are my kids. Their kids are my grandchildren no matter what. That's the love my dad has. So, when it came to it, and what made me so mad about a lot of things, me and my siblings, we did argue, in which I hear it so many times when it comes to a parent, when somebody's sick and they're dying. A lot of the kids, the siblings, they argue. And I hear it, but it didn't come through. And then there was a lot of disagreements of things. And when she passed, I was like, okay, I can't put no emotions. When she was sick, we know it's her last days. I put all my emotions aside. I threw it away. Like, this is not the time to be emotional because then I cannot think straight of what's best to do for me and my family, my siblings. So I felt like I was the middle one and the strong one. And taking care of the funeral, memorial, whatever, we took care of that. Once that was done, I told my dad, I'm going out of town. And I left. I didn't tell him where I was going. I told maybe 3 people where I was going. I told you. I told my other best friend. And I told another person, like my other sister. Those are the only 3 I told exact. I didn't tell them exact. I think I did tell you details where I was.
You told me.
Okay.
But
So,
I knew something was wrong because I hadn't heard from you in like 2 days. And literally, me and you talk every day or every other day. And so I'm like, okay, it's been 2 days of silence. And I know that her mother's funeral was not long ago. So I'm like, I'm just, checking in to see if you're okay, you're good. And I'm getting no response. Like, I'm texting and I'm getting no response. So I'm like, something's wrong.
So, my mom passed. Gosh, it's crazy because I know the exact day and the time. She passed
Me too.
December 4th, 2:30 p.m. And I was there when she had her last breath or whatever. Anyway, once that happened, I left after New Year's Day. I left at 4 in the morning. I told my dad, I'm going out of town. He's like, where you going? I don't want to say. I don't want nobody to know where I'm going. Just know I'm going out of town. I will call you when I get there. She knew, and like I said, the 2 other people knew where I was. Anything happened, they have all my info because I didn't want my family. I wanted to get away. I was so mad. I was frustrated, and I let it all out because it was just so frustrating. It was just like, and it still hurts because, like we said, my mom passed during the holidays, and yet it's almost December. But I mean, I'm good. I still think about it, and it just sucks.
All I will say is,
love your parents, no matter what.
Love your parents. Cherish the time that you spend with them.
Yes.
And we're all gonna have small issues with people, period. But it's just like you gotta look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture. My dad was so hard to get along with. So your mom.
She was hard, but she had I think I have her heart.
Yes, I was literally about to say that. You are an even balance between both of your parents when it comes to the way you deal with people. Like, you're so sweet and so welcoming because of your father, but when it's time to party and take your bra off, you are like your mom. You are like your mom. So it's just like it's a blessing that they live on within you.
Yeah.
Regardless, like, this nose is my dad. Didn't ask for it, don't want it, but it's a constant reminder of where I come from.
Yeah, I have a little bit of both of their personalities, but with that big heart, because my mom had the biggest heart. Like, if you didn't have a shirt, she would take her shirt off and give it to you.
Yeah.
If you need a place to stay, she would feed you. Like, man.
One of my friends, which is also your friend, stayed with your mom. And it's just like, she only knew him through us. And she was like, oh, come on, baby.
Come on.
You hungry? You come in.
I'm gonna feed you.
We gonna feed you. She made us eat some burnt ass cookies, but hey, everything else was
but that day was fun because that was when my cousin graduated.
Yeah.
And my mom was so proud. My mom was like, okay, I'm cooking everything. And we went to her house and boom.
Had a big old spread. Eat whatever you want. If you want to take some home, go ahead. Literally, her whole family's like that though.
Because we don't tolerate that. It's like, you come in, we're gonna treat you with love. We don't care who you are.
We're gonna treat you like you belong here and like your family. And I mean,
we family.
Pretty much, cause like I don't get that with my own family. So it's just like,
and that's a blessing. I'm not saying it's a blessing that you don't get it's a blessing that we know each other and we treat each other as family.
Yeah, as long as you get it from somewhere. Because some people like to dwell on what they're not getting from this certain group of people, but it's just like, at least
be blessed that
you're getting it. Be receptive of where you're getting it. You're not in this world alone.
And depending who you're getting it from.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure it's
It comes in
with love.
the heart.
Yeah, make sure. So, yeah, I
love family. Family is love because that's memories that you could talk about when you have kids. Like, child, your granny had some good times. I ain't gonna say some stuff I did, but
I don't worry, but I'm just like I just hope I don't know
it's a little both.
I don't know how to say it. I just want to have at least one child while my mom is here.
I want to have 20 kids. No, I'm joking. Joke, baby. I'm joking. Joke. Girl,
Fire!
it's gonna be like, I could just be like, achoo, boop, here's another one.
It's gonna sound like a Buick starting up. Hell nah. Nah, I don't want no 20 kids.
I want a family. Maybe 2.
I'm cool with 2. I'm old now. I ain't got the energy that I had at 25. So
you old now?
Yes, bitch, I'm old. What the fuck?
So what does that make me? Older?
I love it so much, girl. But no. Look, your man is in shape. Y'all can chase them kids around. I might have to go get me a test tube, baby. I don't know what's going on. Maybe one of my exes want to come back. Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah, that's for a whole different discussion. We just went into a really solemn piece, but we just wanted to give you guys
our opinions,
our stories, get to know us a little bit,
and entertainment about it.
But yeah, we don't mean to be sad and somber and shit like that. But
it's real. Because I know we're not the only ones going through of what we're saying. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that can relate what we said.
Yeah.
So it's like saying you're not alone. But you have to think positive things. I don't care what your life is what you're going through in life. Be positive about it because something can happen, good, bad, whatever. But always think positive about it because always remember there's somebody that's going through something worse than what you're going through. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that, some of them did not wake up. Mm-hmm. So, it is what it is. You got to think positive. Feel love in the air. Have a smile on your face, because that's less wrinkles on your face. And just be happy. Just if you got to walk around and say hi to somebody, just say hi to a stranger. Or if you got to say hi to a tree to make you feel good, say hi to a tree.
We ain't saying hi to strangers right now, because COVID is
prevalent. No, you can.
If you could throw up a deuce.
Yeah, but, there's some things you like, what's up? With the mask, you got the mask, like.
Yeah, like. So,
there's some things are.
That look like you sneezing. What's that? Man, ain't it some awkward shit when you gotta sneeze in public? Because I had to sneeze so bad at the post up, and I was like, ooh, I can't.
I did one time. I was like,
they're gonna spray my ass down. But, ooh, what you sipping? Wait,
that was real good.
I don't have anything. We're gonna still do a toast. I want to say we love you guys. We thank you so much for tuning in. Mm-hmm. And we hope that you subscribe and that you come back.
And love us.
Yes. I don't have a damn thing in this cup because I've been drinking it.
You could have poured whatever's in that one.
Oh, well, let's get creative, okay?
See what I said before.
Hydration for the nation.
Yes.
Water.
Always be creative with what you do. Now it says, cheers to long life and happiness.
Long life, prosperity, and good dick. I whispered it. All right. We love you guys.
Bye.